time no see. Doing good, doing really good, doing really good. Happy Friday. Just keep this consistent during season 2. We'll go Fridays. Calling it right now. We'll do Fridays. It's the best time to do it.
Maybe we just start with the rule change that they just voted on
Yeah.
at the league meeting with the touchback going to 35.
Yeah.
How do you envision that impacting the return?
You're gonna have to cover a lot more kicks. Plain and simple. I mean, you don't want the start the drive start to be at the 35. It was 25 2 years ago. Now at the 30. Now at 35. So your odds are to cover more. And so as you're looking at the whole grand scheme of things, the kicker is going to become very important on what you can do with that guy. He's got to have a toolbox. He's got to be like a punter, right? He's got to be able to place the ball where you can put it, put it line drive it, corner it. That's going to be very, very important now. So I think the kicker is probably your most important weapon, then your personnel after that. But it's made a lot of change in kind of how we're going to approach this offseason, from a kicker standpoint.
Jeremy, you lost a kicker,
Mm-hmm.
Joey, and you still have a guy on the roster,
Yeah.
Parker. Maybe just kind of comment on what Joey was able to do for you guys last year and what that position looks like for you guys moving forward.
Yeah, I thought Joey came in and did a great job for us in a hole that we needed. He came in and won that job last year and did some really good things for us. And I hope he does a phenomenal job at Tennessee, where he's going now with Bones. And now we're just looking, to replace a guy. And we got John Parker on the roster. He knows already that we're going to bring in somebody else. However that process is to come compete to win the job. And I fully expect Parker to embrace that, which he will. And then whoever that comes in as new to embrace that, and then a guy to come in and be great for us, come in and make all his field goals and help us win football games and also be a weapon on kickoff.
You've made the rounds at some pro days this year.
Yeah.
When you're going,
I made a lot of rounds, yeah.
Yeah, what are you looking for in a kicking prospect?
Well, first and foremost, the character part of it is really important. I don't want just a kicker. I want a guy that's going to be great in the locker room, that can go out and hang out with the tight end, with Hunter Henry, go hang out with Drake May, and hang out in the locker room, hang out outside of this place. And I want a guy's guy, like an athlete overall. After that, it's the consistency through college, and or in the NFL where it's a free agent, and or it's a college kid. It doesn't matter. I don't know who we're going to get yet. We're going through that process, but his consistency, the ball rotation, the ball flight, and now, like I just told Mike, there is the kickoff part of it. Like, he can't just be one-dimensional. He's a guy that's like, Coach, I can only kick it deep left, and it's going to be end over end. Well, when we're playing Kevontae Turpin, he's just going to run underneath that thing on the 6th kickoff and take it to the house. So those are just some of the things that I look for. But the most important thing is the character part, I think.
How do you find that in terms of that sort of creativity with the kickoffs that you're talking about? Like, is there enough of those types of examples that you can find it on tape, or do you have to work guys out, pre-draft to see if they can do those sorts of things?
You got to see it. And so I'm at the pro days and the privates, or I'm working with a free agent, say he comes in for a workout. Like, they should know by now, like, what that entails, because we just had a year of it. So a lot of those guys are working on that technique now. They're working on the different types of kickoffs. They know how important it is. And I'm just not the only one seeing it, right? All the 31 coordinators want to see it as well. So they know that pretty well often now.
When you look at the draft, when it comes to the kickers, what do you see in this class? And you see guys that have draftable grades that might be options for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we've been doing. Me and my assistant coach Quinn, like, we've been checking out the guys. We've seen probably every kicker in the country, I think, by now. So we got a good foundation of what's out there, whether it's draftable or it's free agent, whatnot. And whatever process we go down when we get to draft weekend and or post draft, we'll approach it, and that's why we have a plan for all of it, right? Draft, not draft, free agent. We have a plan in place for each of those processes so that we can get the right guy in.
With the understanding that the job of kicker is kind of a transitory job, have guys have a good year up, how important is it for you to maybe establish some consistency with that position? You guys have had a handful of guys through your
Yeah, right. There's been a couple guys now, so that's very important, right? I like being the special teams coordinator here. I want to continue to do that, and finding a kicker is a very important factor in that. So I take that job very very seriously, and I think it's very important. You want to build stability like they've had in the past here, right? You guys have seen it with your own eyes. A lot of stability from a kicker standpoint. Hasn't been that way in the last 2 years, so doing everything we can right now to find that piece. And it could be John Parker Romo, it could be somebody else, but whoever that is going to have to win the job come that time.
When it comes to adding a kicker, whether it be free agency, the draft, just the unique challenges that come with kicking in New England late in the year, how much do you weigh whether or not a guy has experience in inclement weather?
I weigh it in, and that's why I go work them out. because I want to see, not just off the sticks. I want to see what he does outside, or I want to throw a little pressure on the guy. But sometimes that doesn't always equate. If this kid that kicks in Arizona or kid kicks in California where the weather's always nice, you can still go watch him and see how the ball rotates, how high it gets. Versus the guy might kick to Michigan, and yeah, he makes every kick, but the ball's low and it kind of curves in. That doesn't really equate to maybe a better kicker at this level. So I think the workout in person, wherever they kick in the country, I think it's just me seeing it in person is really important.
How familiar were you with Matt Collins before he got here, and what do you think he could bring to special teams?
I don't know him at all. Never met him. Never talked to him. I've just heard nothing but great things about him. On and off the field, from other coordinators that have coached him around the league. First and foremost, I hope he comes in here and dominates the receiver, and then we're secondary. I want him to come in here and play offense and do the best he can on offense. And if we're going to use him on special teams, then we use him. But if not, then that's okay. If he's dominating on offense, we're a better team because of it.
Jeremy, with the new kickoff, and especially covering new kickoffs with close proximity of kickoff team with the guys who are blocking them on return, maybe a different body type today than a couple of years ago when guys were charging downfield in terms of personnel?
Yeah, you're definitely using a few more bigger bodies, tight ends, and outside linebackers than you were 2 years ago, but you still have a 48-man roster, and you still got to fill your needs in on offense and defense. So you still got to find a way. If you're going to be lighter because your offense and defense are lighter, then you got to find ways around that with the kicks, with how you twist guys and how you place them. So you just got to maneuver. So it's not always like, oh, we're going to have to do it this way and this way we're going to do it because on kickoff return now is how you have to do it. No, you have to base it off your team's personnel.
Well, that's actually the challenge of that, because it's kind of going against the trend defensively where teams generally have sub packages on the field for the vast majority of the time and lighter bodies. If you mentioned the outside linebacker types.
Yeah, find a way. You have to adjust, man. You adjust or you die, right? So it's like, hey, if we got a lighter team, find ways to be better because of it, on kickoff, and find ways to do things differently than other teams are doing. That's what you got to do.
When coaching staff is completely different from last season, but how excited were you to get the opportunity to stay for another year, and what's it been like working with Mike Vrabel so far?
Been unbelievable. Grateful to have a job in this profession. It's every year is a new year. Every year your job's on the line, and that's the job that we have, and I fully understand that, to be able to stay for another year. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and thanks to Coach Vrabel and the organization for keeping me on. And I just going to take ownership of that and do the best I can to be the best special teams for this team and the best coach for this team on special teams, and do everything I can to help us win games.
And then I wanted to ask about the high schooler. Getting to stay is getting another opportunity, another year working with him. Just seeing his success last year and all the recognition he got. What's your level of excitement going into this season with him?
Yeah, the standard's the standard for him now, right? So, he's lived up to the standard or the expectations that he had, Pro Bowl, All-Pro. So, every year he should expect that, and we should want that out of him. So he gets full range. He's going to be the guy that we lean on. I want him to take a better leadership role this year. As he gets older now, he's in year 3 or 4 now. So, hey, take an ownership role. Fit into what we're trying to do here, build a foundation, build a program here. And I'm going to do everything I can to teach, lead, and inspire. And then you got to do a good job with build connections with our players and take over that role.
We saw Javon Baker get some reps last year, late in the season, as a kick return guy. Obviously, it's very early in this relation to the 2025 season, but do you anticipate him being part of that conversation moving forward?
100%. I think also with this new kickoff return, you need as many returners as you can. Whether it's on punt return and or kickoff return. So every guy is going to be back there through OTAs, training camp. You like bigger bodies back there, especially on kickoff return now. Because again, now you're going to have to return more balls. So you're going to be getting hit a lot. So you want bigger bodies back there. And again, I think we got a good group of returners, and I'm excited to see what we do even through the draft.
You're talking about the mentality of kickers and fitting in a locker room, delivering in inclement weather, and the standard bearer, Zach and Terry.
Yeah.
Around here and around the league. What have you learned? Have you talked to Mike about any insights, having played alongside, having been in the locker room with a guy like that?
Yeah.
Because I remember you talking about watching that kick in the snow.
Yeah, good memory. Yeah. Vray's been awesome. He's been great. Kind of relying on me for the intel part of it, as we've been watching these guys, and then he's going to be the final say-so in what we do, but I'm just trying to give him as much information as I can and my expertise and what he allows me to give him, and then we talk, we work together, we communicate, and then we go about it as business. Now, we haven't got to there yet, but we're still going through that process right now. I'm trying to find that option.
Is there something you see like in the guys who consistently deliver? You mentioned.
Yeah,
different
that's right.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys, the Adam Vinatieri's, the Nick Folks of the world, right? The guys who've been doing it for a long time. They got a different mentality. They just go out there, they kick balls, and they just do their job, and they don't overthink, they don't overtrain. They have a routine, they stick to it, they're consistent, and they show up every day and they do their job. And those are the ones that usually do a good job around the league, from what I've seen so far.
What did it mean for you? What did it mean for you to see Christian Ellis come back, and what does he bring up to it?
I was really excited to see him come back, man. And like I said, he's another guy where, we paid him pretty well for 2 years, and if he goes and starts at linebacker and he doesn't play much special teams, I'm okay with that, because that's the graduation of special teams development into a defensive role. Like, I want every guy to do that on this team. So for him, if he's helping us on 1 or 2 phases, or maybe it's just 1 phase, or he's a 4-core starter for us, however it is, I'm just glad he's back in the locker room, because he's a really good guy. I think he's really good for this program and what we're trying to build here, and I think Braves are going to really like him, and the staff's going to really like him. So he does nothing but elevate the organization in that way. All right, guys. Nice to see you. Have a great weekend.